So here's another bone we have to throw. I would say everybody across the spectrum. So right now, we do this stupid thing where we do this thing called rural broadband grants, right? And if you're on a tribe, if you're in a small town, the internet sucks, and there's really no way to upgrade it. And every year, the U.S. government gives out tens of billions of dollars to essentially subsidize the telecom companies to build wires and to build infrastructure out to those rural areas, and then they still have to pay for the internet, right? So it's essentially this corporate welfare scheme. Costs us tens of billions a year of taxpayer dollars. So with this Starlink thing get rolled out, and I think we might have a clip up there to kind of show what I mean.
We do.
There is a space-based internet backbone made up of these tiny cheap cube satellites, right? So these huge car-sized satellites. These are like tiny ones, and it is getting rolled out all across the world. And obviously, Starlink is way ahead of everybody because they have rockets. But essentially, this is going to cover the entire Earth, right? If you cover the entire United States, right, the satellite has to fly around the world, right? So in essence, you just cover the entire world because that's how satellites work. But with this new, I have Starlink. It's awesome. And in the not too distant future, it's going to be able to go straight from the sky to your device here. So that means anywhere you're at, even if you're in the middle of nowhere, in the mountains, in the forest, or wherever you're at, you will have amazing Wi-Fi 100% of the time, right there on demand. And we could give every single person in the United States free Wi-Fi for a cheaper amount of money than what we give away every single year on these rural broadband grants that are a total racket, right? So we could save money and everybody could have free Wi-Fi. And people look at me weird when I say that. But I say, hey, look, there's a thing called GPS, right? That happens right now. And GPS is run by satellites run by the Air Force. And it's a service that the Air Force realized, hey, this service will improve way faster, it will work way better for us, and it will give us the cover we need to do our thing if we give this GPS service out for everybody for free. So since the 80s, GPS is a free service, courtesy of the U.S. government, that is given out to everybody for free because they need it to fire their fun toys around the world. And as we move into this fifth generation here, this high-speed Wi-Fi is something that they're going to need to operate their toys around the world as well. And so we're just, they're already paying for it. And so we're saying, hey, essentially, let us hop on your Wi-Fi with you, right? And now if we could combine that with these decentralized blockchain election systems, then instead of when we say we want to spread democracy around the world, right? Right now, that means we want to blow up their country and loot their resources. In the future, we're like, okay, if you want to spread democracy, that means just Wi-Fi and blockchain elections for whatever country, right? So that they can be actually having democracy instead of just looting, right? So we could become, right, much more prosperous as a country. We have all these awesome fun toys to persuade not just the left, but the right with too. And all of the British Empire over the past, since World War II, they've turned us into the villain, right? Now everybody thinks the United States is the assholes that's just trying to dominate everybody and steal everybody's resources, right? When really this was their plan all along, right? This was their shtick, this was their deal, and we just kind of got conquered, and we've been being manipulated on their behalf to be carrying their water. But this is the ultimate, attract everyone back into the United States economic orbit here with a very amazing gesture of goodwill that, again, is way, way cheaper than what we do now.
I absolutely agree. And a military right now that is being used. I mean, they'll turn our sons and daughters, our family members, into hamburger meat for profit without thinking twice. We're on the precipice of World War III. Obviously, there's really no huge use for military and conquest and going after other countries if you don't have the interests that are behind it, led by the crown, of course.